the entire basketball world has its eyes locked on a single moment. A shot so precise, so perfectly timed, that it's become more than just a highlight. It's become a statement. The name attached to it: Caitlin Clark. And the ripple effect from that one release of the ball has people wondering if the balance of power in the WNBA has just shifted. When Caitlin Clark steps on the floor, she carries more than just the basketball. She carries the weight of expectations, the pressure of an entire fanbase, and the spotlight of a league trying to evolve. Every move she makes feels bigger than just a game. And when that ball left her fingertips in the fourth quarter, against one of the toughest defensive looks she had faced all season, it wasn't just another basket. It was a challenge, directed at the very authority of the WNBA itself. Think about it. Timing is everything in basketball. A second too early, and the defense recovers. A second too late, and the shot never goes up. Caitlin Clark's decision to fire at that exact moment was more than luck. It was instinct born from years of relentless grind, long nights in the gym, and the kind of vision that separates stars from legends. The ball swished clean through the net, and the crowd erupted. But behind the cheers, you could feel something deeper. That shot symbolized resistance, independence, and a young star unafraid to challenge the establishment. For months, debates around Caitlin Clark have dominated sports media. Some say she's the golden ticket to expanding women's basketball viewership, pulling in new fans who had never cared about the WNBA before. Others argue she's being pushed too hard, too soon, forced to carry the league on her shoulders while veterans look on with mixed emotions. But this moment, this perfectly timed shot, put the conversation back in her hands. It wasn't a marketing team, a headline, or a hype machine making the noise. It was pure basketball. A player meeting the moment, and redefining what it means to be the face of a league. The WNBA authority, built on decades of struggle, resilience, and growth, has always been cautious about handing too much power to any single player. The league thrives on balance, on spreading attention across its stars. But Caitlin Clark doesn't fit into neat categories. She draws sellout crowds on the road, her jersey sales break records, and every game she plays becomes must-watch TV. When she hit that shot, the symbolism was impossible to miss. Authority doesn't get handed down anymore, sometimes it gets taken. Even the veterans watching courtside had to recognize it. They've built their careers on discipline, teamwork, and consistency, but Caitlin Clark brings something different: fearlessness. She isn't just asking for her place at the table, she's demanding it with every deep three, every no-look pass, and every dagger shot in crunch time. That perfectly timed release was a reminder that no matter how established the hierarchy seems, greatness always has the power to rewrite the rules. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Authority in sports isn't just about who scores the most points. It's about who defines the culture, who sets the tone, who makes the league impossible to ignore. Caitlin Clark has done that in record time. The shot against authority wasn't literal, it was symbolic. A challenge to anyone who doubted whether her impact would last beyond the hype. The fans felt it instantly. Social media lit up within seconds. Clips of the shot went viral, headlines screamed her name, and analysts debated whether this was the defining moment of her career so far. Some said it was just one basket in a long season. But others understood the bigger picture. This wasn't about numbers on a scoreboard. This was about momentum, energy, and the growing belief that Caitlin Clark isn't just playing in the league, she's shaping its future. The WNBA authority has always thrived on stars, but rarely has a rookie forced this much conversation, this much attention, this much disruption. Caitlin Clark has arrived not as a supporting character, but as the central figure of a new era. And when the shot dropped, when the arena roared, when the authority was symbolically tested, it was clear that nothing in women's basketball would ever be quite the same. Of course, with power comes pushback. Some league officials may view her rapid rise as risky. Some players may resent the spotlight shifting so quickly. But here's the truth: greatness doesn't wait for permission. Caitlin Clark didn't check with the rulebook before pulling up. She didn't ask authority if it was the right time. She trusted herself, and in doing so, she reminded the world why basketball at its core is about seizing the moment. In years to come, fans will look back on this shot not just as a highlight, but as a turning point. The kind of play that gets replayed in documentaries, analyzed in podcasts, and remembered as the moment the league changed course. Because every era of basketball has its symbolic moments, The shot that defines a player, the play that challenges the old guard, the release that feels perfectly timed. For this generation, Caitlin Clark may have just delivered hers. And maybe that's what makes this so powerful. It wasn't just the skill of the shot. It was the statement it carried. Authority can guide the league, shape policies, and promote stars. But it can't control destiny. Destiny belongs to the players who rise in the clutch, who step into the fire without fear, and who make their mark when the whole world is watching. Caitlin Clark did exactly that. So, whether you see it as just another basket or the birth of a new chapter, one thing is undeniable: Caitlin Clark's perfectly timed shot wasn't just aimed at the hoop. It was aimed at history, at authority, at every doubt and every limitation placed before her. And with one flick of the wrist, she proved that sometimes, the game's greatest moments are also its loudest challenges.